Assalamualaikum, hi everyone. We are from nutrition student Nutri from Indonesia. So I am Mai.
I am Nadia. So basically, we are doing an assignment entitled Apricot Kernel Toxicity and Management under subject Food Toxicology. So in this video, we will explain to you guys what is apricot kernel toxicity and how to manage the toxicity. So for the first part, I will explain to you guys what is apricot kernel toxicity, and while for the second part will be handled by Mai. So stay tuned guys. Hi, welcome back guys. So before I start, I guess you guys must be wondering what is meant by apricot kernel, right? So apricot kernel is the inner part or seed of apricot stone, and we can obtain it by cracking open and removing the hard stone shell. There are several uses of apricot kernel, which one of them are mainly used in cosmetic production, scents and also medicine. Some of processed food in the market also contain apricot kernel, such as amaretto biscuit, apricot jam and also almond finger biscuit. Uniquely, I want to tell you guys, people in Egypt use this grounded apricot kernel and mix with coriander seed and salt to make traditional snack called doka. But there is limitation in using apricot kernel because it contains toxic called cyanogenic glucoside amygdalin, which is associated with minor amount of prunicin. For you guys information, prunicin is a precursor of amygdalin and can be isolated from the kernel of apricot and also almond. For the physical characteristic of apricot kernel, it is quite similar to small almonds, and the fresh apricot kernel are white in color. The mass of the apricot kernel are ranged from 0.47 to 0.48 gram per apricot kernel. As for chemical characteristic, they comprise of carbohydrate, protein, fatty acid and several vitamins such as vitamin C and vitamin E. Thus, people consume it for benefit of normal body functioning. Plus, there are two varieties of apricot kernel, which is sweet and also bitter apricot kernel. So, I will explain to you guys the main component of apricot kernel, which called amygdalin or laetrile. Amygdalin is naturally occurring anti-cancer agent and can be defined as beta cyanogenic glucoside. Amygdalin also known as vitamin B17, and amygdalin function as anti-cancer agent, which regulated by carcinogenic substance which can be decomposed by the body and has potential to cause first tumor cell destruction, second blocking nutrients of cancerous cell, third to put a stop of tumor cell growth, and the last one is to decrease the growth of prostate cancer. Okay, however, FDA has banned the use of amygdalin as an anti-cancer agent. This is because lack of clinical evidence to prove that amygdalin as anti-cancer agent for cancer treatment. So now, I will explain to you guys the most important part in this video is apricot kernel toxicity. So, toxicity is the degree of poison that can cause harm to both human and also animals. So, apricot kernel toxicity, or we call as cyanide poisoning, can occur if a person ingests large amount of apricot kernel per day. This is because apricot kernel contains cyanide. Cyanide is a toxic and can be considered as a most rapidly fatal poisons to human's body. Cyanide content in the apricot kernel are ranged from 0.122 to 4.09 milligram per gram of apricot kernel. If this is not treated immediately, the person will be dead. This is because cyanide can inactivate mitochondrial cytochrome oxidase to avoid cellular oxygen usage, and thus will inhibit the cellular respiration. So the normal route for cyanide is through ingestion or also inhalation. So the primary symptom of cyanide poisoning the person will have tachycardia, flushing, agitation, dizziness and also headache. For the rapid symptom of cyanide poisoning, the person will have severe hypotension, apnea, convulsion and also last, death. So now I want to share with you guys one additional information about apricot kernels. Apricot kernel become popular and being marketed in the market nowadays as an anti-cancer agent. The recommendation intake for apricot kernel range from 10 kernels per day for prevention of cancer and can be up to 60 kernel per day for better outcome. However, French Agency of Foods, Environmental and Occupational of Health and Safety (ANSES) has stated that there is no clearly evidence to prove that apricot kernel in cancer prevention. So that's all from me about apricot kernel toxicity. So if you guys want to know how to manage the toxicity, you guys must stay there and keep watching.
So hi again, just now we just learned about the apricot kernel toxicity, which is cyanide poisoning, and now it's my turn to talk and share about the management part. Basically, there are several ways on how to combat this problem. One of them is the rapid administration of cyanide antidote, and the kit of the cyanide antidote include three components, which are hydroxycobalamin, sodium nitrate, and sodium thiosulfate. Among those three components, the most successful antidote to cyanide poisoning is hydroxycobalamin. And because hydroxycobalamin, when it binds to cyanide, it can develop an even less poisonous outcome, which called cyanocobalamin. Why? Because cyanocobalamin has light toxicity and is easily being excreted in the urine. It also does not establish methemoglobinemia, which is a condition where the hemoglobin does not allow for the release of the oxygen, and thus the cyanide will dissociate from the cytochrome oxidase. The cyanide will then be sequestered in the serum and allows for the cellular metabolism to continue. Not only that, administration of activated charcoal also being recommended because it can reduce the poison absorption by binding to the gastrointestinal system. And the last one is adjunctive administration of 100% oxygen also being recommended, regardless of normal partial pressure of oxygen, due to its synergistic effect when administered alongside cyanide antidote. In addition, there were several cases of cyanide poisoning that involved the combinations of hydroxycobalamin and also sodium thiosulfate, and were demonstrated to have a complementary outcome. As for now, tachycardia and impermanent reduced discoloration of urine were the only reactions reported. Next, we're going to talk about the alternative treatments for cyanide poisoning, which are hyperbaric oxygen and the cobalt antidote. Hyperbaric oxygen, or HbO2, is actually a central component to treat carbon monoxide poisoning, but also has been recommended to treat cyanide poisoning. Plus, it is theorized that HbO2 has the potential to cause changes in the whole blood level of cyanide by hyperoxygenation, and competing with the cyanide, compete, and eventually forcing the cyanide out of the cell. As for the cobalt antidote, or commercially prepared as a calociner, it uses the cobalt to bind to cyanide, and however, it can produce some adverse effects such as hypotension, nausea, sweating, and even tachycardia. Those effects only appear when people administer it without evidence of intoxication. Still, it is considered to be can be used as an antidote, as no further reactions were reported. Now it's time for me to explain about the recommendation part, because I know lots of people love to eat apricot. Hence, there is a recommendation by EFSA, which is the European Food Safety Authority, where they suggest that an adult they should consume at least 1 to 3 apricot kernels per day, approximately around 370 mg per day. And as for children, they should consume less than half of one small kernel per day, around 60 mg per day. This is because if they consume more than 3 kernels or small raw apricot kernel, or as for adult, and as for children, if they consume less than half of one large apricot kernel, this could put them at risk of apricot kernel toxicity, as their intake has exceeded the safe level. Moreover, studies also indicate that the lethal dose of the cyanide toxicity is around 0.5 to 3.5 mg of cyanide per kilogram body weight. Okay, that's all for the explanation about the management and the recommendation. So to put it simply, before buying any products that contain apricot, beware of the amount that we might ingest it, because it can lead to toxicity and it can even cause harm to our body. Finally, we have come to the end of the video. So we just learned about the apricot kernel toxicity and also
management. So before we end this video, we are going to attach 2 questions for you guys to answer. The first one,
what is the natural compound of apricot kernel that can cause toxicity if we ingested in large amount, which is above the recommendation? And
the second one is, what is the recommended intake of apricot kernel suggested by European Food Safety Authority?
So don't forget to answer the question.
Bye. That's all from us. Thank you.